I lost my great-grandmother January 22nd, 2015. She had a massive stroke and could no longer sustain life on her own. There are options, but she had previously chosen to sign a do not resuscitate order. This meant medical professionals could help keep her comfortable, but in no way could fight the natural death process. It took my grandmother 2 long weeks to pass, and this was extremely hard to watch as a family member. If physician-assisted suicide, or PAS, would have been a legal act in the state of Florida, it would have provided another option. I believe physician-assisted suicide should be legalized for the terminally ill. I would like to introduce my audience to the idea of PAS. I want to discuss the details of the process, its legalization in some states, and the arguments for this action. As a young adult, I don't think a lot about death and how I will leave this earth. But what about our children and our family members? Education is power, and hopefully one day PAS will be a legal reality. The future is inevitably coming, so let's talk about what PAS actually is. How does PAS work? Timothy E. Quill and Jane Greenlaw are both medical professionals at the Hastings Center. They define PAS as the practice of physicians aiding in the end of a patient's life. In doing this, they prescribe a patient with a deadly drug. The drug can be ingested by only the patient. If the physicians administer a lethal drug, it will be considered euthanasia and not PAS. The New England Journal of Medicine states that barbiturates are used in high doses when prescribed to end a patient's life. They are commonly used as pain relievers, but when used in high doses, barbiturates work as a double agent. They promote unconsciousness and hasten death. Now that we've learned a little bit about PAS, let's switch gears and discuss the delicate legalization process. PAS has only been voted for and legalized under specific terms. Oregon, Washington, and Vermont have all legalized PSA in the last 22 years. Each state has their own list of what makes a patient eligible to participate. PAS laws do not discriminate against race or culture. The Washington Deaths with Dignity Act states that the patient must be fully educated on their well-being. They must be a resident of the state, 18 or older, competent, terminally ill, and be able to verbalize their wish to die. They must also be informed of their current state of life. This means they must be educated on their prognosis, their medical diagnosis, and the potential risks that come along with the prescribed lethal medication. The patient's reasoning for the request must also be evaluated. The patient must endure consultation on notifying the family members, taking the medication properly, and reviewing the opportunities to change their mind at any given time. I trust these states have opened your minds to the idea of legalizing PAS. I'd now like to further change your mentality on the issue by discussing some of the arguments that are for PAS. What makes PAS an ethical decision? Helen Stark, Denise Dzinski, and Nicole White are all authors of the article titled Physicians Assisting in Dying. They all agree that death is a personal experience. A person that's undergoing this should have a say-so. We must respect the autonomy of an individual. The time and death of a competent terminally ill person should be their choice alone. Compassion is at the forefront of decision-making in this instance. Prolonging life may mean more pain. The patient may experience other areas of loss, such as the following: lack of independence, they may lose sense of self, and personal function. PAS is only legal in a few states, however, it still occurs illegally. The previous stated article explains that we must uphold honesty and transparency during patient care. Legalization would open the door for healthy and proper discussion about PAS. It would also be performed efficiently and under certain guidelines. This is an extremely sensitive topic, and everyone has their own opinion when it comes to right and wrong. I know we will begin to see legality shift on this topic. It's important that all human beings who are suffering are provided with options that they deserve. I am glad to be a citizen of the United States where I can cast my own educated vote on any bill that may affect me. I have no idea how I will exit this world. It may be sudden and without any warning, but my mind does ponder on what I would do if I was in a vulnerable position and still had options. That is why I believe that PAS should be legalized for the terminally ill. We are a forever evolving nation, and for that I'm grateful. However, we must make a difference in a positive way. After discussing the aspects of PAS, the legalization in some states, and the benefits of the subject, I look forward to being educated on the medical advances to come. I trust that you will make a fully educated decision.